Lekker handig, dit heb ik een deadline, kom ik mijn laptop niet meer in. Waar is Damir?
Waarom moeten wij de telefooncentrale weer updaten? Huh? Dat hebben wij toch pas nog gedaan? Ja, dat snap ik, maar die kosten die reizen nu de pan uit! Lisa, altijd leuk om jou te zien. Waarmee kan ik u helpen?
Heb je mijn wachtwoord gezet, ik kan mijn laptop niet meer in. Wat?
Lisa, je bent gehackt.
Oh, nou lekker dan. Nou, ik heb die laptop nodig, aangezien ik al heel de ochtend op de input van Erik wacht. En we zouden samen aan die presentatie werken.
Oké, hier kunnen een aantal dingen anders, dus laat me kijken hoe ik kan helpen. Allereerst is Lisa aan het wachten op een document van Erik. Dat hoeft helemaal niet meer. Ze werken immers samen in Microsoft Teams, de hub voor teamwerk. Waar ze kunnen chatten, vergaderen en tegelijkertijd kunnen samenwerken aan documenten. Het lijkt er ook op dat het account van Lisa is gehackt. Als Damir multifactor authenticatie aan had gezet, had Lisa een melding gekregen op haar mobiele telefoon hiervan. Sterker nog, ik denk ook dat Damir een melding had gekregen als die melding vanuit het buitenland was gekomen. En tot slot, het wachtwoord resetten, dat kan Lisa in Microsoft Business Premium helemaal zelf. Oh, die telefooncentrale, die is verleden tijd. Met Microsoft Teams en de Phone System add-on kun je nu bellen naar vaste en mobiele telefoonnummers.
Zo, alles is weer gefixt.
Oh, oké, dankjewel.
Oh, Elisa, vergeet deze niet. Cadeautje.
Good morning and welcome to the Modern Work Breakout. Let's look at the screen to start. Let's look at the screen behind us. Please start turning on your cameras. I see a couple of familiar faces. Dennis, good to see you. Paul, good to see you. I see a bunch of Microsofties. There we go. I like this. Show me more, show me
expanding.
more.
We can see more people. Turn on your camera,
Show
don't be
me
shy.
more. This is going to be fun.
We're going to do a lot of voting today. So the more people, the better.
Francisco, I see you. Giselle, good to see you. Remco. It's great that we're seeing so many familiar faces. It's been so long since I've seen most of you. I'm seeing more and more cameras turn on. Please continue to keep your cameras on. We're not going to play Wie is het? You might know the Dutch game, but that might be fitting here. I was thinking about creating the Muppet Show Together mode scene, but we didn't do that neither due to copyright issues. But it's great to see you all here on the screen. Please, please, please keep your cameras on. Once again, welcome to the Modern Work Breakout. My name is Michel Bouwman. I work on the channel sales team and I look after Modern Work. And with me, Remco de Kramer, good to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be here. So my name is Remco de Kramer and I'm a product marketing manager for Microsoft 365, responsible for the SMB segment.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more again about what the SMB segment really is. But first, we've had a few changes on the team. So let's go over a short team introduction and show you who we currently have on the team. So on the left is the Microsoft veteran, somebody that you all know, I'm assuming, in Microsoft. It's Hans van der Meer. And Hans recently made the move over to SMB, and he's now the customer program manager for Modern Work in the SMB space. And he'll focus mainly on two customer motions. If you compare that to my role, so I focus on more the partner side, and within that, it's mostly Teams, meetings, calling, and devices. We've made that split now between those focusing on Teams and somebody in the form of Glenn, who's in the middle right here. He joined our team last week, and he'll be focusing on security and compliance. Now, if you want to sell with us, we normally didn't have any resources on the team that can help you co-sell. But since last year, I think already 2 years, we have Remco Treur with us. You'll see him on the right. I think he's also in Together mode. He's waving at you all. Yes, maybe you can wave again, Remco. I love this. Yeah, I love this. And Remco's there to co-sell with you on larger deals. Like I said during the keynote, we have quite a few enterprise and corporate alikes now in the SMB segment, and Remco can help you there. And then on the right, maybe the most important person that we've ever had on this team, Remco de Kramer, and Remco works on the marketing team. So you're the product marketing manager for Microsoft 365.
Thank you for raising the expectations.
Yeah. Let's look at the SMB segment. And if we look at this slide, Jooske showed you a slide of the SMB segment and the market opportunity. This is breaking it down for modern work. And as you see, we have about, again, depending on who you ask, between 6,000 and 8,000 top SMB customers that are corporate and enterprise alike. But if you look at where we currently see the largest opportunity, it's in that mid-market. So the largest opportunity is in that market between 25 and 300 seats, and I think that's where the sweet spot is for most of you partners. If you look at the challenges that we're currently seeing with our customers in the SMB space, of course it's about remote work. The good thing is that 82% of all business leaders in the Netherlands are saying that there will be some form of a hybrid work policy in the very near future, and hopefully the country will start opening up more and more in the upcoming months. But also from a security perspective, there are quite some challenges, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think actually our main challenge is that customers do not know or realize what the security, compliance, and identity capabilities are of Microsoft 365. Well, the consequence of that is we often see that they acquire several point solutions for becoming a more secure company. But when you do that, when you stack multiple point solutions, you pay more because you pay multiple vendors. But also, when you have this fragmented security landscape, it's quite easy to get gaps in your security coverage. So this is a great opportunity for partners to help customers with, because on one hand, there's a good chance you can help them save on cost, and you can increase their security as well by moving them to an integrated security solution. So I think that is really our main challenge in that domain.
Yeah, and I think it's also important for you as a partner, if you haven't already, to start. Maybe that's a question we can ask. Who has already started building a security value proposition? Maybe you can raise your hand, and please keep your cameras on. Security value proposition. I see we're
seeing your messages about the audio. We have a technical team behind us, and they're working on it right now.
Okay, good stuff. It's important because 90% of the SMBs would actually consider a new MSP if they offer the right cybersecurity solution. So I think that is a very important one. I'm just looking at the technical team real quick to see if we need to make any adjustments. No white flags, so we'll continue here, and hopefully it will improve. If not, this session is being recorded, so you can always look at the recording afterwards. But I'm hoping that you can join and that the sound quality will get a little bit better. If you look at the focus that we have as Microsoft on the different sales plays, you can really break it down into 4 different parts. So if you look at the slide here, the first one is why Microsoft 365 Cloud. There are still a lot of customers, or not a lot, but quite a few customers that are currently not on the Microsoft Cloud, not even in the cloud, so they're still on-prem. I think that's also a security risk, by the way, and you as a partner know, of course, everything about this. So one of the parts that we're still focusing on is how can we get new customers on the platform, and so it's about adding net new customers into the cloud. The second one is around security. We spoke on it very brief. Security, and that's something that Glenn will be focusing on with you, and start building programs to help you build that solution and start selling this solution and connecting the right customer to the right partner. Then the third one is one that's very close to our heart. It's all around Microsoft Meetings and around voice. I'm getting instructions to change my mic a little bit. You want to say something about this?
Yeah, I'll pick up with the voice part. Okay, yep. So hopefully you can hear me better. So let's start with a question here, and that's be prepared to raise your hand again. So which one of you has a business voice practice today? So do you help customers deploying phone system today? If so, please raise your hand. Yeah. Okay, so we have 2. So this is good because there's a lot of opportunity here, actually. So first, let's start at the beginning then, because there are 2 partners which are doing this in the, at least which are on the together mode right now. So why do companies business phone numbers? Well, first of all, it's much more professional to handle customer contact via a dedicated business number. That's one reason. Second reason, that it's more secure as well, because when you have an account manager frequently in contact with customers and then changing roles or jobs, moving to a competitor, he will take his mobile number with him. He will not take his business number with him. So that stays with your company and can be allocated to a new account manager, for example. So there's less risk of losing clients. Third reason, and that it enables your employees to be in control of their communications. So for example, when you get a phone call from a client, and when you use your mobile number, you will also get it on your day off. You could get it in the evenings. You could get it when you're on holiday. So using a business phone number for business communications helps employees to be in control of their communications and enable them to have a better work-life balance. So that is the reason why they have it. So let's look at the current situation today, because a lot changed here and also partly due to COVID. So what we see today, either that companies have a PBX, that is a telephony system, either on-prem, connected to physical phones on desks, or they have a hosted solution from a hosting provider. What these two solutions have in common is that they are standalone solutions, and this is a fragmented experience as well. And what this means is that if you want to use your business communication, it frequently involves switching devices or switching applications, which is not optimal. Definitely when you take in account that when it comes to switching applications, the telephony application usually is a soft phone installed on your desktop or your mobile phone, which has presence too next to Teams, which has the ability to chat too next to Teams, which has the ability to chat files too next to Teams. So not only hampers this productivity, but that in essence is also a security risk as well, because your data is in multiple points.
I think they fixed the audio, by the way, so let's do a small sound check to see if my mic is good as well. Better now? Better? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah?
Yes.
And can you hear me well?
I see thumbs up.
Yeah? Oh, that's good. Okay. Great. Well, it's good to actually be again there with you.
Welcome
I was
to the
starting
Modern
to
Work.
feel a bit nervous.
Yeah, welcome to the Modern Work session.
No, let's not start again. Then we'll lose too many viewers. Okay, so please turn on your video again if you decided to start a multitask because you couldn't hear it. We really like us having you with us. Okay, so what I talked about, why do people have a business phone number anyways? What's the current situation, and now how can we improve it? Because sorry, I was a bit too enthusiastic with the clicker. So how can we improve it? Because the philosophy of Microsoft Teams is that it offers you all tools and all information in one place. One place you need to do your work every day. So that counteracts with the fragmented telephony experience there is today. So when you bring all your tools in one application, you do not have to switch devices. So what we see now, partly due to the COVID period which we're in, that everybody's intimately familiar with placing Teams calls. People do it 10 to 15 times a day. And when you now place a call to external numbers, you use exactly the same interface. So we actually try really hard not to change anything about the interface when it comes to placing calls externally compared to placing calls from Teams to Teams. So the experience is the same. And that really helps employees be more productive and have a better hybrid workplace. Now, it also helps your customers save costs because they can get rid of point solutions, simplify their IT communications infrastructure, and consolidate everything in Microsoft 365. It's also much easier for the IT department because it saves them time. Because imagine managing a separate communication solution in a standalone environment. This requires special skills. In the Microsoft 365, it's much easier, but it also manages a separate environment. So it means when the IT department does everything in the Microsoft 365 admin portal, in the Teams admin center, they save a lot of time while doing it. And the company saves cost as well, because here again, when you buy everything in one bundle, the price is lower when you stack multiple point solutions. Now, this market is booming. The growth has accelerated from 9 to 18%, but also from customer research we did ourselves, it turns out that about 50% of SMBs are looking into investing in unified communications. And the reason behind this is that it used to be, before COVID, that the replacement moment of your existing PBX, your telephony solution, was the time for upgrade. or when the contract ended from a hosting provider, which typically was a long-term contract. But nowadays, companies are actively looking into improving the hybrid workplace. So the purchasing moment for business telephony has moved to the present, and not so much to the future.
Can we ask a short question?
Yeah.
It regards internal use rights.
Yeah.
Who is aware, by raise of hands, that you now have internal use rights as a Microsoft partner, so you can start using Microsoft Voice in Teams for free? You raise your hands. So as a Microsoft partner.
Yeah.
So I see.
About 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's. I think we need to tell them about this.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's a good chance that your company has a business telephony number today, so you pay a separate company actually for a telephony solution. But when you move over to Microsoft, it's for free because it's included in your internal use rights. So not only, first of all, is this a great way for your company to save cost, also you can experience this product and you can, that enables you to drive customer conversations in a better way. But let's stand still with the first thing I said. You can save a lot of cost because we give you phone system for free. So please start looking into this.
Yes, so internal use rights, phone system for free for you as a Microsoft.
And we recently did that, right? So it's
Yes, a couple of weeks ago.
Not
So I don't blame those that didn't raise their hand, but so now you know.
Yeah, okay. So a couple other points. When you need help in building a Teams phone practice, there is a great calling and meetings guide, which gives you a lot of guidance in how to do this. Please go to the website and have a look into it. But there's one point I really want to make, because we really want our Microsoft partners, all our Microsoft partners, to drive the conversation on Teams Phone. And we think that it is possible today. Compared to the past, supporting telephony for customers has become much easier than when it was in the Skype for Business server era. So that is one thing why we think it is possible for more companies to do it. But what we see happening in the market, and this is something we really like as Microsoft, is that there are a lot of partner-to-partner relationships forming now. So there's still a bit of telephony infrastructure you need to manage, but you can outsource that to another partner. And if you want to outsource everything because you're not comfortable with telephony, you can outsource the professional service as well to a partner. And the good thing is we are facilitating that because there are specific telephony role-based access controls in Microsoft 365, which enables you to really draw a line which cannot be crossed between a Microsoft partner offering the telephony services and a Microsoft partner managing the rest of Microsoft 365. So through partner-to-partner relationships, forming those relationships, every Microsoft partner is able to drive the conversation on Teams Phone and profiting from that. Now, the key is, which companies do you approach? Which companies do you work with? Also, which potential partner is a best fit for your company, because there are a lot of dynamics associated to that. If you want help with that, please reach out to Michel or me, and we're more than happy to connect you to a Microsoft partner from which we think it's a good fit for your company.
Okay. So we shift to Teams rooms.
Yeah.
Right.
Good. Okay. So another very important topic, and here I want to poll the audience again. So looking at the majority of customers, has the majority of your customers enabled their meeting rooms with the Teams Room solution? Please raise your hand. So the majority of customers has enabled the majority of their Teams Room solutions. There's one. Yeah, Giselle, good.
Dennis, get off the phone. Dennis, I see you. Get off the phone.
Yeah, you're multitasking. Okay. Bummer. So we noticed that. Okay, so only one. And this is very important because look at this slide. What we see, and we do not need to convince you of that because you're leading the market, hybrid work is inevitable, which means that employees will return to the office for 2, max 3 days a week. Since everybody is probably in 10 to 15 virtual teams, there are a lot of meetings, and that means that in the majority of those meetings, there will be at least one or more employees joining from remote, where the rest of them has a meeting in the physical meeting room. However, it turns out that the meeting rooms are still fit for working together in the age before the Corona pandemic. So in the time when we used to work primarily at the office. So what we see is that today, 93% of today's meeting rooms are not equipped to facilitate hybrid meetings. And this is a major problem because this really hampers productivity for your customers. And if this is not fixed, the office will become the primary domain where you need to go to for meetings. And this is not good for your employee satisfaction and productivity. So let's dive a bit more into this and let's understand why this is so important. So pre-pandemic, people in the office had an advantage. We saw that a couple of rooms were enabled for video and audio meetings via Teams rooms. A couple of percent in a company. Didn't take place that much. And people in the office were better equipped to handle that meeting. Now, during the pandemic, when everybody had to work remote, suddenly the playing field was leveled. Because for every person participating in a meeting, the situation was the same. Now, when we move forward, unfortunately, we're in a position right now where we start to go back to the office again. What we see is that there will be a combination of people joining from remote or joining in the office. And we need to ensure that the playing field is leveled again and that we do not go back to a time that was before Corona. And in order to do that, we need technology to break down the barriers that hinder us in working together when not everybody is physically present. So you do that via Microsoft Teams Rooms. So Microsoft Teams Rooms is a solution, a standalone solution, which is in a meeting room and enables the meeting room to take place as a participant in a Teams meeting. And there are all kinds of features which enables those participants to level that playing field. And we'll have a look into that later on. But having the standalone Teams Room solution, enabling your room to participate in a Teams meeting, is very important because that solution breaks down all the technical barriers that exist. And what we also see in the market is attaching a separate USB camera. Typically, that is not something IT departments are very fond of because then suddenly you have to manage like 30 endpoints a day because there are 30 people in that meeting room. When there's a Teams room, you have to manage only one, and there's a wide array of features.
Shall we look at a video on the future vision of meeting rooms?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it.
In the hybrid world of work, organizations need to embrace flexibility, empowering people to collaborate from anywhere. Microsoft Teams Rooms bridge the gap between in-person and remote attendees, ensuring everyone can be seen, heard, and fully engaged, whether they are working in small, medium, or large meeting spaces. Small meeting rooms are designed for focused, in-person collaboration to enhance these spaces and make meetings more inclusive for everyone. Include a Teams panel to provide meeting space availability and information at a glance, a camera with a wide field of view so everyone in the room can be seen, a content camera to bring a traditional whiteboard into the meeting so even remote attendees can see it clearly at all times, and an intelligent speaker so everyone knows who said what in the meeting. Medium-sized rooms need to accommodate larger groups with more distance between attendees and the audio and video equipment. Bring together in-room and remote participants with a second large display where people and content can be seen clearly side by side, an auto-tracking camera that moves and zooms to frame all in-room participants in an optimized view, a discrete ceiling tile microphone that captures crisp audio from every corner of the room, and speakers at the front of the room that let you hear remote participants clearly from their direction. And finally, large rooms need to be capable of providing collaborative, inclusive experiences for even more attendees. A smart camera that can detect and track the active speaker and zoom in, bringing them into full view for remote participants. And an 85-inch Surface Hub 2S helps everyone brainstorm together on a shared digital canvas. No matter what size space, Microsoft Teams Rooms are easy to use and flexible to meet your needs.
Wat is jou het meest opgevallen aan dit filmpje?
Well, what stands out most? No worries. What stands out most here is when you compare it to a situation where a person walks into a room with his laptop, then opens his laptop, puts it in front of the meeting room table, right, and has the meeting like this. Because this is what we see in a lot of times, right? So compare it to this solution. With this solution, Teams Room solution, people can be heard. people can hear what people from remote can hear what we're saying in the meeting room. Right. They can see all the content, and everybody can, whether you're joining from remote or in that meeting room. Mm-hmm. And that's those are the basics, right? From wanting to have a good meeting, and then there are the advanced features. Right. So, what of those advanced features stands out most for you?
No, so for me, it's not so much the advanced part, and we'll get into it in a second, but it's also the low-hanging fruit, the basic part, right? In most traditional meeting rooms, you had the square table set up and everybody was sitting around the table, and you as a virtual joiner in that meeting were sort of like a fly in the wall, right? You couldn't really be part of that conversation. And I think even changing the setup of your meeting rooms, right? The way that we've set it up now, if we would be in a meeting with you, right, we would be at this table and you would actually be part of the conversation. Right? So I think that's one way we can already start setting up our meeting rooms. And of course, I love the advanced features of transcribing, right? These smart speakers that recognize who is speaking, and you'll see that on the transcription, how some MTRs can now see how many people there are actually in the room. Right? Then they can tell you there are too many people in the room, so you might want to join otherwise. So there's enough of advanced stuff, but I like the low-hanging fruit stuff as well. Yeah,
and also what I like is Microsoft's all about inclusivity, right? And we take that very broad, but we also take that to the meeting room, because in the past, when you wanted to say something, when you were sitting in your home office, you wanted to say something, there was a discussion going on in the room, it's hard to get through. So what we did now, if you raise your hand from home, it'll be clearly visible on the MTR console, but also on the screen. Right. If you say something, there's a chat bubble in front of you. So you notice what people are saying from home, even when you do not bring your laptop. So all these kind of features which help remote participants participate as equals.
Right. Yeah, I agree. If we look at this slide, so we talked about MTRs and our third-party vendors such as Logitech, Dell, Jabra are all having a wonderful, Polio all have wonderful solutions. But also within our own Microsoft Service family. I mean, if you look at this slide and look at the lineup that we currently have, and I know that there's a big event coming, I think on the 22nd of this month, where we're going to be announcing some other cool stuff. I don't want to say what, but some other cool stuff. Right? It's really becoming a very mature lineup, and I think the role of Service Hub is becoming more and more there, both in rooms, but also for you as a partner with the opportunity there.
Yeah, definitely. So here, what I want to highlight again is that there's an opportunity here for you as partners as well. Even when you're not set up to deliver meeting room services now today, because it can be quite complicated too, right? Because you need to install physical equipment. It's a lot different from software. You need to talk to different stakeholders. It's a whole new expertise you need to develop. So even if you do not want to do this today, you can again work with other Microsoft partners. And we again have a separate admin role, so you can really spread the responsibilities in administrating Microsoft 365. And here, if you want to collaborate with other Microsoft partners as well, please again reach out to us and we will connect you to a partner. But please drive this conversation with your customer, because in order to make hybrid work, we need to make hybrid meetings possible. And we can only do that if at least more than 50% of every meeting room of your customer site is enabled to join Teams meetings via Teams rooms. So, but in doing this, you're helping customers, but also yourself, because I think by now you have a solid Teams adoption, Teams rollout practice, but you can take that to the next level with Teams meeting rooms and Teams calling, where you can choose either to do everything yourself or partner up or do everything yourselves at a later point in time when you have more experience. So please have a look into this and what possibilities it offers for you.
Okay, good stuff. Let's shift gears a little bit and look at the partner benefit programs, because you as a Microsoft partner have access to a lot of free programs. And this is not just for Modern Work, it's also for Azure, and it's also for BizApps. Let me turn to the audience again. If you look at this slide and you see these benefit programs, and I think we have 5 of them on the slide, who knows at least one by raise the hands? Alexandra, you cannot vote, and Jeroen, you should pay more attention.
And smile, by the way.
Who knows at least 2? Oh, it's getting really thin now. Who knows at least 3? Oh, we have some pros in here. Oh, we have one pro. You don't count. We have one pro. Okay, so that shows that a lot of these free programs that you have free access to are still not top of mind of all of you partners. So let's walk through them real quick and see how you can benefit from them. So the first one is the Cloud Enablement Desk. And the Cloud Enablement Desk is a virtual desk that can make sure that everything that you need to have set up in Partner Center is set up correctly. Stuff around incentives, stuff around internal use rights, which we just spoke about, stuff around co-op. Right? You receive a lot of co-funding. As a matter of fact, I see somebody here in the audience that I talked to recently who was not aware of the amount of money that he still had available in co-marketing funds that you receive from us because you sell Microsoft products. And the Cloud Enablement Desk really helps you to set up in Partner Center. Look at, I saw somebody talk about the certifications. Look at your certificates. How do you stand within the Microsoft ecosystem? And this is the stuff that the Cloud Enablement Desk can help you with. If you want to be part of this program, you can easily sign yourself up, and you'll get the slides at a later stage. But you can write it down as well if you want to. The link is https www.aka.ms/ced-nominate. So you can nominate yourself, and then somebody from the Cloud Enablement Desk will contact you and help you set up all this stuff. So if you're not sure if everything is set up correctly, this is the way to make sure that you've set this up. The second one is Cloud Champion. So Cloud Champion is our main portal when it comes to learning for Microsoft partners. On Cloud Champion, you will find commercial trainings. Remco and I are doing a lot of webinars on Cloud Champion. You'll find technical information. You'll find Dutch localized marketing information. There's a lot of stuff on the Cloud Champion platform. And if you're buying through an indirect, so if you're buying through Ingram, Tech Data, Copaco, and I'm forgetting a couple, and I apologize, through them, they often have the Cloud Champion portal set up for them specifically. So as an example, if you buy through Ingram or Tech Data, you can say, hey, I'm an Ingram partner, and you'll also see Ingram trainings on the Cloud Champion platform. Cloud Champion is free for all Microsoft partners, and you simply go to www.cloudchampion.nl to sign up. What we also do here is we do a monthly partner update. So that's an update from the team and I where we speak about new updates around incentives, new features, stuff that's coming up, stuff that you need to know as a Microsoft partner. And you can sign up for this through this link. It's aka.ms/partner update SEP. That's the first one, and then you'll get the full series. Second or third one, the value proposition, so solution workspace. So let's say you're interested in building a solution around voice or around Teams rooms. We just showed you that there's a major opportunity. I think it also helps you to differentiate. But you have no idea where to start. This is when you go to the solution workspace. Again, it's free for you as a Microsoft partner. All you need is your MPN login information to log on and to start. And what you can do in this workspace is you can set up your own virtual team with you and your peers and learn step by step on how to build, for example, a voice practice. Just Bing, you can Google as well, but I would like you to Bing. Just Bing Microsoft Solution Workspace and you'll find it right away. The fourth one is the go-to-market engine. A lot of partners do not know that there are a lot of free marketing programs for you to use as a Microsoft partner. And depending on your competency, you get more or less of these free services. So go to your MPN portal, look for all the marketing programs, and start leveraging these. Now, if you want to take it one step further, you can also start signing up for the Innovation Factory. We've invited a small group of partners for a first batch, but we're looking to expand that batch in the very near future. With the Innovation Factory, you can use your co-op to do co-investments on creating marketing materials, do webinars with us together, create digital demand, all kind of stuff around marketing is part of this program. We just recently recorded a session. If you're interested in watching that session, you can find it under aka.ms/innovationfactorynl. Again, you'll get all the links and these slides afterwards. And then the final one is partner technical consultants. I get a lot of questions from partners saying, hey, Michel, I need help. I need technical help. I need some pre-sales help. I'm struggling, where do I start? The partner technical solutions are there for you to help. Simply go to your MPM portal, and that's the place where you request the partner technical specialist. If we look at this, slide, you'll see how many hours, advisory hours, you get per competency. So again, gold partners get a little bit more than the action pack partners. Another important one, which is Microsoft 365 Lighthouse. Who is already using Microsoft 365 Lighthouse? Can you please raise your hand?
And it's in preview today.
It's in preview. I see 2, 3, 4. Somebody's not sure. 4. Who has no idea what Lighthouse is? That's okay as well. 1, 2, 3. Jeroen is, I see somebody there. Yep.
Who manages more than 30 customers?
Who manages more than 30 customers?
Raise your hand. Yeah, the majority. Okay, good.
Okay, testing it, not using it. That's okay, Erik. I'm happy that you started to play around with it. What it is we know that it can be difficult to manage multiple customers in your CSP tenant. So for Microsoft SMB partners, we have launched something which is called Lighthouse. And if you look at this slide, it's a couple of things. One, customer management at scale. So you can see all of your customers, all the tenants that you're managing in this one portal. You'll see all their security risk. You'll be able to provision stuff around security and configurations directly for all your customers in Microsoft Lighthouse. And we're constantly adding new features to this. It's currently in public preview, and I think I need to click one extra slide. Yeah, it's currently in public preview. It's available to all managed service partners. All you need is delegate admin rights, but I think most of you have this. You need at least one seat with Business Premium. That's important because the more features they have, the more features you see. If you don't, if they have a Business Basic, for example, then obviously you will not see all the security stuff that's in Lighthouse. And also from a device perspective, you need Intune, and Intune is part of Microsoft 365 Business Premium. So check out this link, ak.ms/m365 Lighthouse onboard to sign up to the public preview. And I think we're gonna launch this officially GA in October. Key offerings, almost the final slide. There are 3 offerings for SMBs. It's the basic, it's the business standard, and it's the business premium. There is a lot of appetite with our customers now for security. And the one with the most security features is Business Premium. If you look at it from a total cost of ownership perspective for the customer, this is the way to go. If you look at it from your own perspective and being able to sell multiple services, Business Premium is the way to go. And like Remco just said earlier, I know a lot of you are still selling point solutions. In Dutch, wij van WC Eend adviseren WC Eend. That translates really weird, I think. But look into the comparisons between the point solutions that you're currently selling and the solutions that are already part of Microsoft 365.
Think if customers just sell one standalone point solution for antivirus or managing your devices or protecting information. If you acquire just one point solution, it already becomes very attractive to go to Business Premium.
Yeah. Okay, one key takeaway. If you want to start with building your practice, you want to start building a practice on Teams, you want to start building a practice on voice, you want to start building a practice on Business Premium, there is a playbook for you to download. It's ak.ms, and I'm super aware that you've had many links to write down today. ak.ms/m365bp playbook, that's where you find all of the information in the Microsoft 365 Business Premium playbook. I think it's almost time to close. Thank you. In about 10 minutes, Remco and I will be joining the virtual networking event. Right? So there's an online event. If you have not signed up for it, please do that through this link. There's another link for you. Please do that through this link. I'm looking forward to seeing you and all your avatars there, so we can have a chat. Maybe we can wave one more time at the audience.
But we need to look in the camera, or we need to wave to the camera.
Oh no,
right?
I'm just waving there.
Bye.
Thanks so much for joining. I'm looking forward to seeing you on at the network event. We're going to rerun the video that we tried to show at the beginning. Once again, apologies for the small technical difficulties that we had on the first part. Before I forget, the video that you're seeing now is a series of 8 videos. They'll launch in about 2 weeks. I'm on a short break, and then afterwards, I'm going to launch all 8 of them. And you're going to be able, as a Microsoft partner, to use these in your own marketing campaign with your own logo. But more on that soon. Thanks so much. See you there, and enjoy the video.
Lekker handig, dit heb ik een deadline, kom ik mijn laptop niet meer in. Waar is Damir?
Waarom moeten wij de telefooncentrale weer updaten? Huh? Dat hebben wij toch pas nog gedaan? Ja, dat snap ik, maar die kosten die reizen nu de pan uit! Lisa, altijd leuk om jou te zien. Waarmee kan ik u helpen?
Wie mijn wachtwoord gezet, ik kan mijn laptop niet meer in. Wat?
Lisa, je bent gehackt.
Oh, nou lekker dan. Nou, ik heb die laptop nodig, aangezien ik al heel de ochtend op de input van Erik wacht. En we zouden samen aan die presentatie werken.
Oké, hier kunnen een aantal dingen anders, dus laat me kijken hoe ik kan helpen. Allereerst is Lisa aan het wachten op een document van Erik. Dat hoeft helemaal niet meer. Ze werken immers samen in Microsoft Teams, de hub voor teamwerk. Waar ze kunnen chatten, vergaderen en tegelijkertijd kunnen samenwerken aan documenten. Het lijkt er ook op dat het account van Lisa is gehackt. Als Damir multifactor authenticatie aan had gezet, had Lisa een melding gekregen op haar mobiele telefoon hiervan. Sterker nog, ik denk ook dat Damir een melding had gekregen als die melding vanuit het buitenland was gekomen. En tot slot, het wachtwoord resetten, dat kan Lisa in Microsoft Business Premium helemaal zelf. Oh, die telefooncentrale, die is verleden tijd. Met Microsoft Teams en de Phone System add-on kun je nu bellen naar vaste en mobiele telefoonnummers.
Zo, alles is weer gefixt.
Oh, oké, dankjewel.
Oh, Elisa, vergeet deze niet. Cadeautje.